We're standing on the location of where the existing road was for the original Lake Townsend Dam. And as you can see behind us here, we've got some of the old dam still being demoed, and the new dam is currently finished and complete in front. The new dam was funded through bonds as well that the City of Greensboro Water Resources Department currently has, with no grants or anything from the state. We bid this project about 2007, 2008. The project cost approximately $16 million. The new intake structure cost about $16 million for a total of about $32 million. The access road that was done in order to allow an alternate access for the contractor was approximately $1 million, for a total of about $33 to $35 million for all project costs combined.
In around 2005, the city realized they had a problem out here. The existing dam was about 40 years old, and there were many cracks in the concrete.
We found out that the existing dam was suffering from something called ASR, which is alkali silica reaction, which was due to the type of aggregate that was used in the concrete mixture for the existing dam. So once we determined the severity of the problem, it was determined we needed to just simply build a whole new structure.
There's about 12,000 yards of concrete in this structure you see behind me. And that would equate to about a minimum of 1,500 truckloads of concrete, so it was a big project. We used a special mix of concrete in this dam because of the potential for ASR occurring again. So the concrete mix has 50% cement and 50% fly ash, which will help retard that phenomenon from happening again. One of the things that we had to do during construction was build this structure with the old dam in place and the water at full water elevation, because this is 70% of the city's water supply.
The new structure was built with the same elevations as the existing structure, so it will be the existing lake levels. There really should not be any change in the aesthetic of the existing lake. It actually may be a little more aesthetically pleasing because the new structure does not have gates. Water level will be it almost creates like an infinity pool with the new structure.
That's called a labyrinth structure, and you can see the zigzag pattern in the walls, and the reason for that is it would have had to have been about 1,000 feet long if we had built it straight. So you put the zigzag pattern into the weirs that the water runs over, and it can reduce it by about 1/3. So we're about 300 feet wide here instead of 1,000, which we normally would have been.
The old structure had 10 gates that were required to be operated in anticipation of a large storm coming. It allowed additional water to be passed through, and the operators would have to come out and operate those by hand in extreme weather conditions. And it was a huge maintenance cost for the city. So this new structure only has one gate, which is actually a skimming gate or a low flow release gate if we would ever need to drain the lake down. So this new gate is going to be much more maintenance friendly, less labor intensive for the operators to have to deal with, and is really going to be, in terms of long-term maintenance costs, much less than what we had with the existing structure.
The earth portion of the dam has what we call articulated concrete blocks underneath the downstream surface. And the reason is that if we should ever have 30 inches of rainfall in 24 hours, and Lake Higgins, Lake Brant, and Lake Townsend should fail all at the same time, this dam is designed to overtop by about 4 feet. And if it does overtop by 4 feet, the articulated concrete blocks beneath the soil will keep the erosion down and keep the dam from failing.
As part of this project, the original dam had the original intake for the water treatment plant, and what that means is the water was taken out of the lake through pipes up to the water treatment plant. A new water treatment booster station was placed at the edge of the lake and completed approximately 2 years ago and has been in service since then. And at that point we were able to start construction on the new dam.
We took as much of the old structure down as we possibly could without the water, but once we got to the point of where you could not keep the lake back, we've flooded the interior between the two dams, and they put a barge out and they're knocking the dam down. A lot of the concrete debris will be left between the old dam and the new dam. We cannot leave steel exposed underwater. So the divers will have to come in, cut the steel off, and the steel will be taken out of the water by a crane. The old dam lasted a little over 40 years. We expect the new dam to last much, much longer than that, and I'm sure the city would be happy if it lasted 100 years, which it should last 100 years if it's properly maintained.
This is a project that the City of Greensboro should be proud of. It's a very innovative project. Came in under budget. It came in under time with construction. The contractor, the engineer, and the city all worked very seamlessly together to come up with a project that is more economical, more efficient, and certainly something we should be very proud of.